Hey everybody, it's Pixels, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. Now, of course I played the beginner's guide, and it got me curious about Stanley Parable, but also, I want to play this as a thank you, because I just hit 60 subs, either today or yesterday, I don't really know. And I hit 50 about a week ago, and I didn't do anything to say thanks, and I felt really, really bad about it. So think of this as a thank you all together. I'm gonna play the game that you never asked me to play. Yay! Now let's get started. It's probably gonna drive me insane because I know nothing about the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy for you, Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, Stanley, I guess we gotta... Oh god. Can I look at this stuff? No. I don't... Oh, I moved really quick. Okay, hold on. Okay, I don't think I fixed it, but we're gonna go. Can I go see other people's? No. Hello? Nobody here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Save some power. Don't leave your computers on. Alright. Meeting room. Yeah, maybe I just missed a memo. That's completely possible. God, these people. Just... I gotta spot check everything. Damn, Stanley. Our life is hard. I turned... Nope, nope. Username access. Alright, that's cool. Whatever. This should be an interesting game, because I know... It's not... I guess it's not linear? It kinda... I don't know. It kinda goes...
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna do what you tell me, Mr. Narrator. Door to the left. Door to the left. I'm just gonna do everything that the narrator tells me to do until I get horrifyingly suspicious.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Go visit the big boss man. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Thanks, slideshow. Can I? No. Oh, I wish I looked a shadow. Okie dokie. Boss. Ooh. I want to go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You know what? There is a lot of stuff here. There is duct tape. I could use that. And some wrenches.
There was nothing here.
Oh my goodness.
No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an
There was
empty
so much
closet.
here.
No reason to
shut your
here.
face. There was duct tape.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, walking downstairs. Walking down. Ooh, spooky.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my
we're totally
co-workers
crazy.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said
totally
to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
New room.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Damn it.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too.
Oh, let's do that.
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Oh,
how was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Fucking door frames.
Very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
where's the
he
car?
knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Car
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Can I get in the car now?
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
How do I do that?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope, we're fucked. We're still here. Not okay, dude.
Stanley
Not
began
okay.
Screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, well, there that went. Door frames are like my arch nemesis. Every game.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Well, that's nice.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, I've only played for about 10 minutes and I've already died. Maybe I should have gone upstairs. Alright, we'll go upstairs. Little voice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that's what I get for disobeying you, narrator. Freaking door frames. Oh. Okay,
When
left,
Stanley
right?
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did what you said. I kind of learned my lesson. Maybe I'll go the opposite way
Yet
next
there was
time.
not a single person here
I suppose
either.
there'll be a next time.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
God, what happened?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he
All
might
right.
find an answer. Coming to a staircase,
Upstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going upstairs. Ooh, this is a nice office. Executive bathroom. Can we go in the bathroom? I'm gonna go in the bathroom. Nope, can't go in the bathroom. Okay. Hey, boss man. Nope, she turned it off. Good. Good lord.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Nice and
What
booze.
dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Give me the number.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
2845.
PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
'Cause I'm smart.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you're going to enjoy the Stanley Parables. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to screw it up a lot, but I don't know. Can you screw it up? I just don't know. But alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this episode, please give me a like and leave me a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. Oh, it makes me so happy to see the little red dot up there. Love my comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more awesomely awesome content. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!